Thanks, Pat. Thanks, everyone, for getting together. I've thanked you all year for assembling on short notice. I had a little more notice this time, unfortunately, but thanks for showing up. And I want to thank the media, the print and electronic media, for their coverage throughout the past season. It's been comprehensive and by and large fair. And when we've played poorly, you've written that. And when we've played well, you've written that. And that's all we can ask for. So I think it's been balanced and fair for the most part. So thank you for that. I also want to thank the three guys that make this work for us from a media relations standpoint. I think they all work very hard and seldom get acknowledged. And that's Pat Park, Craig Downey, and Aaron Gogishvili. I wrote it phonetically, Aaron, so I wouldn't say it wrong, and I still screwed it up. I apologize. So I'd like to review the season and kind of see where we are today going forward. Obviously, we should be getting ready for a playoff series right now, and we're not. That means the organization as a group failed, and that's why we're here today to talk about how we avoid that going forward. First off, if you go back to the start of last season, obviously we had a great deal of optimism on our preseason right till the very last game. We went 6-2, played well, showed good balance, showed good speed, and then we got lit up in the last preseason game here against Buffalo, and that was when really some alarm bells went off for me, not so much for the coaches. Then we came out of the gate 0-7, and it was clear we had multiple leaks, not just one, multiple problems. Stumbled through a long stretch there, and then on January 31st, we were able to make two trades with Anaheim and with Calgary. And from that point forward, our team played 13-10-3 hockey, so good enough for 7th place in the East and 16th overall. So I think safe to say at a playoff pace from that point on. But as you guys know, I've never been a big believer in digging a hole and then bragging about how hard you perspired filling it back in. So when teams talk about how well they played after a point in the season, it sounds like an excuse for failure. And my answer, if I were a season ticket holder or a sports writer, would be, well, that's great. Just get the league to start the season on January 31st and you guys will be all set. It's not how it works. But I think what happened is at the end of the season, we ended up with the youngest team in the National Hockey League. And I think our fans can see there's cause for hope and cause for belief that the team has improved. We had 7 guys playing their first NHL game. I want to mention a couple players who I think had, I could mention more that had important years, but I want to mention a couple people. One, Jonas Gustafsson, after a tough start, obviously put together some real good hockey for us late. Phil Kessel played only 70 games, but led our team in scoring and in goals. Nikolai Kulemin, I thought, had a breakout year for us. I thought he opened a lot of eyes all across the league. Colton Orr, for me, solved a huge problem for us. I think people forget a year ago how physically abused our team was. I think our trainer was on the ice about every other night, tending to some injured player. After every face-off, after every whistle, in our own end there was a scrum, people getting face-washed and knocked down, and Colton Orr, I think, single-handedly changed that. I want to mention Carl Gutterson, who I thought quietly put together a very spectacular, unspectacular rookie year. In other words, it doesn't do much that draws rave reviews, but this kid's he's going to be a real good defenseman in our league. A Fergie draft, and he's going to be a good one. And then lastly, Dion Phaneuf. I know I'm going to come to that in a moment, but I thought he really made a difference on our team, not just what everyone saw on the ice, but with the leadership capacity he brings.